Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a review on the Physicians Formula Shimmer Strips for eyes. They also have some like for face and then some blush ones. I'm going to be reviewing those separately. So I actually tried recording this a couple days ago, but it ended up being really rambly and I started swatching everything on camera and it just ended up way too long and I couldn't really edit it down. So pictures of all the swatches will be at the end of this, so I'm not really going to swatch too much of this on camera. Just to sort of save time, and because you can look at a picture and get a better idea of what the color looks like than if I'm trying to hold it up to the camera and whatnot. So there are sort of 3 different lines of these, and these are designed to suit specific eye colors. However, that doesn't mean that you can only use a certain palette if you have that eye color. Not at all. I actually have, I think, one for everything except brown eyes. So the first 2 that I got were just the original ones, and I got these before any of the other lines came out. So I have for hazel eyes and for green eyes. And yeah, so they're just, they're sort of the typical colors that are supposed to suit those eye colors. Like the hazel eyes one, it just has like some, mauves and browns and pinks. The green one has greens and purples. And I do like them, but I think that for these, they're pigmented, and let me just swatch like, 1 or 2 from each palette just to give you an idea of how pigmented they are. They're pigmented, and this is without a base, so, if you had a base, they would be a lot more pigmented. But I just feel like a lot of these colors in these palettes anyway, the just sort of original line, are... they're just sort of normal. Like if you look at that, if you've been collecting makeup for any amount of time, you probably already have colors at least very similar, if not exact dupes, to most of the colors in these palettes. And for that reason, I would say if you're interested in these, go ahead and maybe try them out. Like I said, if you're interested, but... yeah, I don't know. It just seems to me that a lot of people would probably already have these colors, so if you don't think that the colors would be anything new in your collection, or if you're not really all that interested in getting, possible doubles, then don't feel like you have to buy these. They're nothing amazing. They are sort of a nice, like, everyday eye thing, and for maybe younger girls, like in high school or whatever, if you want just sort of a simple everyday look, maybe not this one, but maybe like this one would be good. However, yeah, like I said, for the price, I'm not sure that it's worth it if you already have a lot of these colors. The next sort of line that they have is the pop, or brighter colors, and in those I have the one for hazel eyes and the one for blue eyes, and both of these I got 75% off at CVS. So if that sale is going on, like if you have CVS's where you live, I think I've actually picked up like 5 of these were on clearance at CVS for 75% off. So that was part of the reason that I wanted to do this video, because I think that at that price, they definitely are worth picking up. I didn't see any of the original line on clearance, but yeah, the other ones on sale, I think they definitely are worth picking up if you're interested in them. So with these, actually, I'm not sure exactly about the other ones, but I know definitely for these, and I would think probably for the other ones, this top lightest color is going to be kind of a duochrome shade. So in the hazel eyes one, you can see there's like pinks and yellows, so it's like a pink duochrome. And then in this for blue eyes, there's a just kind of bluish teal duochrome. Now this one I was somewhat disappointed with. I really like the neutrals, like this gold, the brown, the kind of rose gold, bronzy color, this brown, but the blues, except the duochrome, sort of disappointed me. They're not horrible, especially the blue on this like bottom one here, but the other 2 are just sort of, they're pretty pigmented on your fingers, but when you actually go to swatch them, they're definitely nothing amazing, especially if you try to like blend it in. They're nothing amazing. So if you want bright blues, maybe try to find something better than this. For this one, the hazel eyes one, I actually find that this yellow right here is very pigmented. And so if you want a yellow for whatever reason, then this one is definitely a good one to try. And like I said, for 75% off, I do think that these are a good deal. And then lastly, in their little like lines are the smoky sets or whatever. So this one is Smoky Blue Eyes, and I feel like this one would be sort of the traditional smoky eye. They're a little bit bluish tinted, like, you know, sort of tending towards slate gray, but these are for the most part the grays and blacks and silvers, with the exception of this color down here, sort of a rose gold color, and I think this color is not probably showing up too well, but I think that that color is absolutely gorgeous. That's what it looks like there. Obviously, if you already have, you know, sort of a smoky eye look that you enjoy, then you probably don't need this. But for 75% off, if you're looking for, you know, a smoky eye, or maybe, you know, you have the regular gray smoky eye and you would like a little bit of variation with this more sort of slate gray toned smoky eye, then I think that this is definitely a good palette to pick up. Also from that line, I have the Smoky Hazel Eyes, and this is, if you look at it compared to this one, you can see the colors are definitely very, very similar. These are just sort of darker colors. They are basically browns and mauves, with the exception of this color at the very top, which is sort of a silver. I really like, let's see, this taupe color right here. And yeah, I think that this is a really, really nice palette. Maybe a bit pinkish toned, but the mauves are sort of purpley enough that I don't find it to be a huge problem. And pinks look really bad on my eyes typically, but these actually look okay. So I would definitely recommend this if you are interested in these colors. And then finally, and what I was actually wearing when I tried to record this video the other day, is the Smoky Green Eyes palette. And I really, really like the colors in this one. They, to me at least, are very unique. I don't have a lot of dupes for them. Actually, I don't think I have any, really. One color that I really, really like is this sort of frosty olive green color right here. And I think it's such a gorgeous color. I really, really love this palette. And for 75% off, again, it's a total steal. There's that green color right there. Again, swatches of all of these will be at the end. So of all of these sort of lines, the one that I recommend most is definitely the smoky sets. I really, really like them. They're not sort of an everyday thing, but for a more dramatic look, these are definitely where I would turn first. I think they're really nice. They're very nicely pigmented. They can be very versatile, and sorry for that airplane going over there. And yeah, highly, highly recommend these, especially if you can find them for 75% off at CVS. So overall, just some things about like these in general. The main problem that I have with them is that you see how they're just all together? Like with something like this, each thing is in its own pot. They're not like together. With these, each of the colors is touching each other, and they're fairly thin stripes, especially if you can see here. They're sort of arranged into 3 different looks. So I forget what exactly they call them. I think they call them natural, playful, and dramatic. So the first one, like if you're looking at it, you know, this way, the first one or top one will be the natural look, and it'll be more toned down, lighter colors. Then you'll have the playful, which typically has like a brighter theme to it, and then you'll have the dramatic, which is the darker, you know, especially in the smoky palette, more smoky look that you can create. And each one of them, I believe it's supposed to be lid, crease, and liner or something like that. So you'll have the darkest color in each sort of trio will be really thin, and obviously you don't use as much of a darker color in a look typically, but it just makes it a little bit harder to get a brush in there, especially when I use darker colors. It's typically on like a fluffy blending type brush, so it's just a little bit hard to get a brush like that in there. But that's the only real con I have with these palettes, besides, like I said, the blue one from this, the blues not being very pigmented. But yeah, I think that that's all. If you have any more questions, please feel free to leave them below. Like I said, I definitely recommend picking any of these up if the colors that you want are on clearance right now. I definitely think that they're high quality eyeshadows. They're pigmented and with a good base, and by good I mean e.l.f. When I use these over a base, they don't crease. I haven't had any problems with that. And yeah, so I hope that this video has been useful to you, and please subscribe if you'd like to see more from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!